if I go on one more date, if I have one more encounter with a man in his early 30s telling me that what he's looking for is a hustler, that he's looking for a queen to build an empire with, to be hustling for the next 5 years, I'm officially tapping out, because what y'all don't get is us girlies in our early 30s, we've been hustling. We fell victim to the girl boss shit, and we was girl bossing for the last decade. We went to school, we started our businesses, we bought houses, we've been doing this shit on our own. We've been on our independent woman shit. And you talking to me about hustling another 5 years? My mans, I'm trying to have some babies. And you want me out here working too and hustling? You got me.
He needs to hear this. Any man who expects a woman to come and provide any financial help, any financial contribution, needs to wake up and needs to understand that it's not going to happen. I stand with this girl on this one because simply, I don't think that women should carry the financial burden. Of course, I always say it, as long as she is willing to live within the guy's means, within what he can afford, within the lifestyle that he can afford single-handedly without her financial help, as long as she's willing to do that, as long as she's not going to nitpick and ask to take her to specific restaurants, to specific expensive shopping sprees or whatever, as long as she's not going to do that, as long as she's willing to accept his means with a smile on her face and with gratitude, he should not be expecting her to put her hands in her wallet, in her little girly purse and hand him some cash or contribute financially. And he doesn't even have to be the richest man out there. He just has to be masculine, to be willing to be a provider, to tell her that he's willing to do it single-handedly. If she cannot, if she gets pregnant, if she gets tired, if she prefers to raise her children and focus on that, he should be man enough to give her that stability, that certainty, that comfort, that security net that women are expecting from men. Women are supposed to display feminine energy and to be receivers, as long as men are willing to offer just that. So yes, I don't blame this girl for wanting all that. Yes, she's dating in her 30s. Maybe some people will say that if she's dating in her 30s, she should lower her standards or whatever, but I disagree with that. She's not asking for much. She's just asking for the man to be reassuring and to bring some stability, some security into her life. Because like she said, she already did all that hard work on her own. She was her own savior. She almost turned into the man that she is looking for. She's tired of doing all that, especially if she's going to try and start a family now. She wants someone that she can rely on. She's been hustling for 30 plus years. I mean, not since she was a baby, obviously, but you get what I mean. Before she met him, that's all she was doing. She was working. She was hustling. She was probably building a career. And now she's tired. She needs someone to hold her hand and to reassure her and to tell her that he has her back. That's what women want to hear. And he doesn't have to be extremely rich. He has to be willing. He has to have the provider type of energy. He has to be willing to do that. And all I ask for women that are in their 30s, that are not setting crazy standards, that are not expecting the world, that are still reasonable to some degree, all I expect from you girlies is to keep dating. Keep putting yourself out there. Don't get discouraged. No matter how many bad first dates you go on, just laugh it off, move on, and on to the next. Yes, some people go on horrible first dates. I've been watching these little clips that I'm going to share with you on this YouTube channel, so please subscribe if you didn't already. Dating in your 30s can be rough. It's true. But as long as you are reasonable to some degree, you don't have crazy wants and crazy expectations, as a woman, you should be able to still find someone. I always say this, as long as you have reasonable criteria, like 3-4 must-haves that you're looking for in a husband, maybe not 20, because if you have 20, then you're clearly just going to make it difficult to find someone that is going to tick all the boxes and have everything you're looking for. Maybe you should prioritize the things you truly cannot compromise on. 3, 4 things and be looking for that. And finances play a big role in this. Most of the time, for 95% of the girls out there, one of their must-haves is going to be about finances. It's going to be financial. Perhaps they expect the guy to at least to be earning more than them, and that's okay. You should not feel ashamed about it. The first reason for that is not that you're materialistic or whatever excuse society is going to try and shame you with. It's because you don't want to attract a guy that secretly has his eye on your wallet, that secretly is just getting with you, not because he truly likes you, not because he's truly mesmerized by you, but just because he really has his eye on your wallet. He just wants that little salary or whatever financial contribution you're going to bring into the relationship. And you don't want that, because if you're dating for marriage, you're in your 30s, you probably are, you're going to want someone that can provide some degree of certainty, some degree of security, some degree of comfort. You're going to probably get pregnant. You're going to carry a baby in your womb for 9 months, and then you're going to have to breastfeed that baby and do things for that baby that the man cannot. So you have a big role. You play a big role in starting a family and giving your everything and your all to this man. So the least he can do, I'm not saying he should be rich, but the least he can do is be willing to do it single-handedly when it comes to the financial aspect, as long as you're willing to live within his means, as long as you're not going to complain and nitpick and cry when it comes to the lifestyle you're expecting. He should be offering to do it alone, single-handedly, because you have other tasks that you're going to be worrying about. You're going to be getting pregnant. You're going to be going crazy. You're going to be getting hormonal probably. And you want the peace of mind of knowing that you have a man you can rely on that is doing that journey with you.
I know you guys know the feeling, but you know, when you're 30 years old and you're single and you're like trying to put yourself out there and your friends are all married and they're like, oh, let's go to the D-backs game, and you're like sick. And then you think like it's going to be a night out. And then they're like 7th inning in and they're like, yeah, let's go get some ice cream after this. And I'm like, oh, fuck. We have really different vibes of like what the night is going to look like. So then you're like scouring for friends that are potentially out in the same area that you are so that you're at least trying to meet new people. Because God knows that when you're with your married friends, you don't really meet a lot of new people. And I love them. Like, I don't blame them. Like, I want to go home and eat fucking ice cream too. But I texted a friend and I was like, you're out, right? And they're like, yeah. And I'm like, can I meet you? And they're like, yeah. And I'm like, all right, I'll be waiting. Like, I'm a pathetic fucking loser, but here I am putting my best foot forward, trying to just like do things as a single woman and not like go home and like cry myself to sleep. So we all know the feeling, right? Basically I'll let you know how the night goes and if it was worth it. I don't know if it's gonna be worth it, but we're trying.
I understand she's very frustrated. She's probably not going to listen. Even if someone came up to her right now in this moment with the best advice ever, she's probably not going to listen because she's very disappointed, and you can see it on her face. She's just done with it all. She's just tired of this situation. I'm still going to give you that advice. The first mistake that you're making is that you are waiting for your friends to hold your hand and find your husband with you. That's not how it works. Many women are guilty of making the same type of mistake. All you need is one friend, the one you trust the most, the closest friend to you, the one that you believe has your best interest at heart. That one friend is the one person you need to do your dating journey with. And she's not even going to be with you when you go on dates, on romantic dates. We all know that. But she can still be out there with you when you're trying to meet people organically, because a man can be brave enough to approach you and try and talk to you, even if you are with one other person, one friend. But a man, even the bravest man out there, is probably going to hesitate to approach you or talk to you. No matter how gorgeous, how amazing he thinks you are, he's still going to hesitate to talk to you if you are with a group of friends. Because let's say he's probably going to have a negative experience. No matter how you put it, he's probably, one of your friends may make a negative comment. He's not trying to impress her at the end of the day. She's not going to worry about his feelings. He's trying to approach you all to talk to you specifically, let's say, in this scenario. The people with you are not really going to worry about his feelings or try to protect him or try and make him have the best experience doing that. They may say something silly, something funny, something to make the rest of the group laugh, and he knows that. He's an adult. He's a grown up. He knows that there is risk involved. The more people you're with, the more he'll worry about getting rejected, and he will probably not approach you anyway. So if you were trying to meet someone you're dating in your 30s, you're probably dating for marriage. So if you are trying to date for marriage, you're probably not going to go to a nightclub or anywhere that can be described as a party scene, because that's not how couples meet when they are looking for something serious. That's how people meet for a hookup or something like that. So in any case, you're not gonna meet someone with a group of friends, because I'm assuming you expected them to go somewhere fun, and by fun I mean something like a nightclub or whatever, and you're not gonna meet your potential husband in a nightclub anyway. And even if you were to, you're not going to meet your potential husband with a group of friends. It's not going to happen. Your first mistake is to be expecting your friends to hold your hand and do your dating journey with you. Nobody is going to. And if you need more guidance on how and the attitude and the mindset that you should have to ideally meet your most suitable match or your potential husband within 6 months to 12 months, then I have created a course to help you out with that, because I'm not just going to be sitting here all day analyzing and reacting to these short clips without trying and providing a solution in some way. So my solution is my course that I created that is available in the classroom section of my community. You will find the link to my community in the description box under the video. So if this sounds like something of interest, go ahead and check it out. And I'm going to say, don't forget to subscribe. I'll see you in the next one.